Okay, I keep receiving more insights about God and God's character. So the structure I've been having is law leads to order, and then order leads to peace and rest.
Yep.
Then later on, I got to know that wisdom comes first. The wisdom is the insight, which is the greater light. So then, it means
Beautiful.
the greater light
Yep.
leads to law, law leading to order, and order
Yep.
leading to rest. But then for today, I got to know that something is coming in between wisdom and order, which is law of difference and boundaries. So with the insight you're having, you get to be able to make use of the law of difference to achieve orderliness. Then also for the boundaries, when you have the insight, when you have wisdom, you could get to set boundaries, and when you're able to set boundaries, you achieve orderliness too. And
Beautiful.
Well, the first thing I want to say is that everybody talks about other country being so good and beautiful. I want to say that Nigerians are beautiful people as well. We are intelligent people. We are good. The only problem we have is ignorance, because nobody told us.
Yeah.
The reason we're talking the way we are sounding today here is because we just learned it. I didn't know it yesterday. So if we have passionate Nigerians, if we have people that really believe that what they're worshiping is God and not man or religion, it makes it easy to achieve and to be able to bring orderliness, because the orderliness, the order is God's nature. Without order, in fact, I was sitting, I was thinking, and I'm like, if God had actually answered our prayers,
We will not learn anything.
we would have killed ourselves. Because all we do is pray for our enemies to die and everything.
Wow.
I'm somebody's enemy. Some people are also my enemy. So we would have all killed ourselves with our prayers. But because of order, God was not able to answer those prayers.
Yes.
It was the order that made that is how massive this order is. That's how big it is, because it's the foundation. If we can all embrace it, especially those all of us that are gathered here and those that are online, if we understand it better, then we can be able to communicate it better. I was watching the last program before this one, and somebody was saying that talk is cheap. You can say talk is cheap, but everything starts from talking. If I know they talk, if you beat somebody and the person know they talk, how you go take no say you go take na sign language you will begin to use. We can use sign language even if talk is cheap. Begin they talk, just they talk. Maybe people they hear say they talk. By the time you are talking, and there is somebody that doesn't have the picture on their mind, the picture will begin to form itself, just because we are talking about it. When we keep talking and talking, then it begins to change. The people that can create that mental picture begins to now give you their own idea that it's like this thing you are saying is true. That's how all this whole thing can spread. That's how we can spread it in our own little way. Talk if you can talk, communicate in any way, in any form, and then we begin to convert our nation to these beautiful things we are seeing on this screen. If the picture of that fish can be able to create that thing inside the water, it means we are given the power to exercise dominion over the fish.
Of course.
So it means we can do better. That's a sign that we can do better. It's not to bring ourselves down that a fish is better than us. That's not what I was seeing in that picture. I was seeing that we can actually do better than that fish, because the person that was videoing that fish was doing better was trying to showcase the talent of that fish. It's also a human that took his time to go and make that video and then put it there, and we are looking at it. So it's a proof that we human beings are above animals, and it's not about color, it's about opening our mind up to be able to achieve and to bring law and order, because this whole thing is what is lacking. Time, we don't observe. Law of difference, that one day for back pocket. Sabbath, we only look at Sabbath as a day of worship, a place where we gather and then we just come and do our worship. We don't see it as an order. We don't see it as what is meant to be, as a rest when you are sure that everything is in perfect order. When there is perfect order, everybody will have rest. The reason we have chaos everywhere is as
Brilliant.
It's as a result of us not understanding that when you
Yes.
are building your own mansion, one day the person you are ignoring will turn around and steal and begin to steal from you. You become. In fact, when you are building just yourself, then you are trying to make yourself enemy in that community.
Yeah.
That's what it is, because they will feel intimidated.
Yeah.
And the next thing that will happen, they will start planning evil against you. Sometimes we create our own death without knowing it, just because of lack of law and order and law of difference. We don't appreciate anything. We don't care. We're just thinking of ourselves. But now that we are understanding this whole thing, let all of us begin to rise and bring this change. It's not just about DSA. It's about if DSA is crying, he's in Ukraine. Here he's very comfortable. He can sit here and relax, but it's because he can't. The passion, the pain, seeing that this can be done is what is motivating him. And today I'm seeing that this can be done. It can be achieved.
Yes.
And that's the most important picture. Once this thing can be achieved, let us all rise and try something different. Let us all rise and understand what this whole thing is all about, and then spread the message, spread the gospel, because the talk is still the most important thing, because that's what you can do at that point in time, wherever you are. If we live here, you get to Holland, you get to London, you keep talking, just keep talking. Before you know it, we will achieve what we're looking for.
Amen.
Because we Nigerians, we are very lovely people. That's one thing.
Yes.
If you convince if anyone gets convinced, you will see them. They will come back immediately and begin to say, just like the feedback he was reading.
Yeah.
The guy said, "Oh, now I understand that all the pastors are." He's now dancing to the tone. That's our nature. Because we were fed lies all those days, and nobody was seeing anything wrong with it. So to come and tell me that for my 30 years or 40 years of religion, that all the thing I've known is wrong, it's difficult. It's a very hard pill to swallow. But at the same time, the fact that when you remember that it's God you are looking for and not man, and then you begin to listen to your inner mind, you begin to see the truth, and then you break out and begin to see, everything unfolds. The same person that was supporting that was against him is now with him, because his eyes has cleared. He's now started using his inner mind and not just the outward, the physical eyes, because that's how we grew up. We grew up from following what we see. When you see nice thing, you celebrate it. That's why we will celebrate people. Even when DSA will show the picture of people spraying money in party, that's what we want to see. and when I'm in Europe, without this whole teaching, if I go down there, I will repeat this.
I will join them.
I did it myself. I was. In fact, each time they are showing it, I say, "May they no show the one where be saying and me they spray the money." Because I did it too. So and so many of us would have done it in their own little way. So we are all guilty of all this whole thing. But it's just for us to understand that the mistake has been made. It is time for rebuilding. It is time to begin to recondition our mind and then begin to act and live in a normal way, so that heaven that we all want to run to, even though we don't want to die. We'll cultivate it on this earth. Then we'll begin to see if we can even convince God that we will remain here on earth and not die.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I would like to speak on law of difference as it pertains to order and productivity.
Yeah.
Just looking at the natural course of life and how things are built. So I would like to take, for example, a construction company, or let's even say maybe a car company. You find out that there are different people who do different things. And they just specialize in that their part.
That's true.
And the panebita is known for his work. The guy who fixes the air conditioner is known for his work. The one who assembles is known for his work. And just the differences are what comes together and build a very big vehicle as we know it. I mean, even constructing this house, the carpenter is there who has to contribute his quota. He must be equally respected. The plumber is there who must, fix the pipelines and everything, and he must be respected, and his work must be valued for this structure to stay together. So I'm beginning to look at Nigeria, sir, that we have an educational system that does not respect the law of difference.
Yeah.
And that's why today
No
technical
law of
colleges
difference.
are not functioning at all. They are at ground zero. Polytechnic graduates are seen as lesser people until recently, where they upgraded the degrees and stopped the dichotomy. But the damage that has been there for over 35 years, I don't know how fast the mindset of people will get that done. And looking at the Americas, sir, because that's why I was able to resonate with what you were saying,
Okay.
there are very few college graduates, university graduates in America.
Yeah.
Most of them are
In Canada too.
I mean, the Americans themselves.
Only they just finish high school and then they go to professional, technical, or just little course like that. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
In England too, white people, because the university is only for people, but the main thing is the job, is the work, practical, physical work, and we have to get there too.
Yes, sir. And because of this
Law of difference.
It points again back to one important value system you're always talking about: dignity of
Dignity
human
of
and
labor.
the dignity of labor. So people are not respected. Like you once said that in Europe here, the question they ask is, what do you do?
Yep.
So people know that as long as they can work, as long as they have something to work, they know that they are going to be respected irrespective. I was shocked, sir, when we had, we had doctors meeting, and the woman who was in charge of cleaning it was also there in Nigeria. If she gets near, they will ask her, what is she looking for? Is she a doctor? So looking at all of these things, just the mere fact that people respect the law of difference in different fields, they've been able to create a working system that has order, and this leads to productivity. In economics, they call it division of labor. And the more people become specialized, the better or the faster they get the job done. And the faster they get the job done, it means more productivity. The higher the productivity, the higher they have economic advantage. So I'm just seeing this, and I'm thinking if we can begin to respect differences and see and respect people for the things that they do differently, then we'll be achieving so much. Just to note that even in psychiatry, sir, there's a disease, a disorder called autism spectrum. You find out that these guys, they are just different. The only difference that their own world is like inside of them. So usually if you can just respect their difference and take care of them in the way that they should be taken care of, most of these guys are genius. I mean, they are the ones who, because the only thing he knows how to fix. That's just what he concentrates on. And Pastor has taught us that the genius is just the ability to concentrate.
Yeah.
The ability to concentrate. Pastor has also taught us that life is 2% wisdom, but 98% attention to details. So you find a guy who is autistic, who is like naturally gifted with the ability to focus. Can you see the power of difference? So I think that if we can imbibe these values, sir, that we will not just get to order, but we will have productivity, because just also knowing difference and what you are different at can also keep you within the boundaries of your own talent and difference, and you'll be more productive in that aspect. So thank you so much, sir.
So we have a long way to go in Nigeria.
Yes, a whole long way. And to train a country to change their value system, I read it takes 3 generations of education. and each generation is about 15 years. So it means for us to actually get this as a nation, only if we have some kind of speed. So that's why we can't afford, those who are saying we are talking, we need to start talk. We need to start talk now, because it takes 3 generations of continuous education. And that's why, even if the Americans don't play those videos again now, most of their people already know it. They played it over that long period of time. So we need to start the talk now. And for me, talk is not about how much you talk. It's about what is the sense in what you are saying. It's about what's the sense in what you are saying. So even if we sit here and we are talking for 18 hours, the question is, what is the sense? And that's why pastor is always interested in the results we produce after all of this, because that's exactly what validates the whole process. That, I mean, on his own part, he is producing results, but for us, for me as a person, I think my life has to change per the information I get. So thank you so much, sir.
This class, this lesson of order, has he added to all of you? Has he equipped you better to know how to resolve Nigeria's problems and what we are faced with? It's to all of you. It's a question to all of you.
Yes, sir.
And to know that at least if you solve this, you will have solved 70%, maybe 50, at least 50% of the problem of the country. Any country, any society, any organization. Even if you cannot solve it, import, bring in specialists from the best organized, most organized countries in the world. Bring in Finnish people to put in educational system for you. Bring in Norwegians to put in planning for you. Bring in Singaporeans, bring in Germans. Let them do different fragments, you know. It's just at least know what needs to be done.
And talking about others, may I just chip this little? I don't know if it's Netherlands or one of these countries that they are closing their prisons down now.
Yeah, Netherlands.
Netherlands. No more prisoners. Why?
They are just becoming too little to reduce.
I also heard of a country that they are now doing, I think they are bringing in inmates from, I think, US or so. Into their prison structure. Because there's nobody. So it means if people, and the order goes into the place that, you know, for example, when you go to Nigeria now and you are a criminal, if let's say you are an accused person and you are not a criminal, if you go to Nigerian prisons, you'll come out as a criminal. Because even in what ought to be a correctional center, there's no order. There's no order. It ought to be a correctional center, but when they go in there, let's say they are criminals at 30%, by the time they are going out, it's at 60%. So when they go out to the street, they manifest that 60%, they put them back in. Now we have full-blown, hardcore criminal, produced by the prison system. Just because we run a society that lacks law and order.
Yeah, I think if we could bring, like here now, we have 10 or how many, you know, let's say 10 people got it here. You know, if we could bring enlightenment to at least the more, okay, even on the, I read all the comments. Even from the comments, you'll see that once people get it, they are now saying, oh, there is now hope. They were thinking there was no hope before. Some of them are now ready to go back. Some of them are now ready to say, oh, so it's not lost. Some of them are thought everything is lost, nothing could be done. Now, at least they are not, everybody is now seeing the light, that not all is lost. So we'll keep on spreading the word. I hope people will share the messages. The books, that's the fastest. I think the books are even the fastest way to learn, but who knows? Since we don't want to read, maybe we'll share the audio or the video. Okay, if nobody else wants to contribute, that's it for today. We'll continue tomorrow morning. I will need to so tomorrow morning we need to start on time because I need to go to church to preach. But you will continue here because we have, in the afternoon, somebody will come to So I will preach in the morning, then in the afternoon we have one of our pastors come to take a class. Then I will come back after her, continue with you, so that I could finish at least order, so that you will know that you get the full package on order. So that when next time you come, it will be another total topic we take from beginning to the end. All right, guys, thank you so much.